Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be talking about my journey and why I eat what I eat today. Shout out to Tammy, who's asked me the do's and don'ts of my meals. So I thought I'd talk about my journey. Now, let's start in my early 20s when Risto Delicious was a fat kid from Rockdale pushing 100 kilograms. That's right, 100 kilograms. Now, one of my friends at work put me on a low-fat diet. So everything I was looking at was just low-fat. I was buying low-fat this, low-fat everything. At the same time, I was playing sport 6 days a week. I was playing tennis twice a week, I believe indoor soccer twice a week, Oztag twice a week. So I was playing sports 6 days a week and loving it. And within 6 months, I lost 20 kilos. So yes, calorie deficit does work, but is it healthy? What was I eating? From what I know now is that stuff, I'm assuming, I wasn't looking at the back of the pack to see what was good, what was not, but I'm guessing it had preservatives in it, stuff in it that we shouldn't be eating today. Okay, so I lost all that weight. I was feeling great. I was feeling well. And from then, like, I was eating okay, you know what I mean? Some days I would eat bad, some days whatever, but like consistently I tried and eat on a low carb, not low carb, low calorie, low fat, I'm not sure. And at the end of the day, this is just my opinion. This is just my journey, okay? So this is how I got to where I am today. Okay, so then in my early 20s, Risto got himself a girlfriend. Good on you, Risto. And yeah, we dated for about a year and maybe a bit less than a year. I can't remember. It was my first girlfriend. So yeah, it was good, but didn't work out. Okay, and I was heartbroken. And a couple of months later, after breaking up, after feeling down, feeling sorry for myself, you know how breakups are, I started getting sick. Right? When I say sick, I started going to the toilet a lot more than often. Okay, so I was going maybe a lot, let me tell you. Like 12, 13 times a day. I was bleeding. So went to the specialist, as you do. And I got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. Okay, so ulcerative colitis is an autoimmune disease. I don't wish that on anybody. It's just think of irritable bowel, you know what I mean? You got, like, when you're sick, I could barely make it to work. You know, there were days I had to, like, find a toilet anywhere. Like, it takes me half an hour to get to work. Could barely make it to work. My life was going to work, coming home, sleeping for 12 hours. I was anemic. And at the time, I stopped drinking for 12 months. Didn't go out anywhere, didn't do anything, ate at home all the time thinking I'm going to eat well. Doctor was prescribing me all these drugs. I forget what it was, but I remember prednisone. Now, prednisone is a steroid, right? A steroid to, I don't know, help you give energy or to control things. And after 12 months, nothing. I'm still the same. I'm still sick. And Risto Delicious made a decision. He said, you know what? Fuck these pills. Fuck this. If I need to fucking do a shit at a nightclub, I'm going to do a shit at a nightclub. I'm going to go out and do what 20-year-olds do. So I got off the medication. And it was, I got off prednisone like that, which now it's dangerous to get off like that if you're at a high level. You got to ease yourself out of it. But I didn't know. So I started partying again, going out with friends, doing whatever, okay? And within 3 months, better, okay? Now, I'm not saying the alcohol helped me. It didn't. I'm guessing it didn't. What helped me was this. I stopped feeling sorry for myself. I did what normal people do. Go out, have fun, okay? Have fun with your friends. And yeah, so from what I know now is stress is a big indicator, not indicator, but implicator on me and what happens, okay? So I got better, okay? So I was better, and then a couple of years later, it came back. Went to the doctor again. Doctor's feeding me the same medication. It's not helping. Doctor's saying you need to take this for the rest of your life. I'm like, really? But it's not helping. Oh, it will start helping. You need to control it. All this medication, fucking with my head, not feeling crazy, but anxiety and fucking, yeah. And it just wasn't working, you know? So I went to 3 or 4 different specialists in those times. And every single specialist, they've got these blinkers on. This is my journey. This is my opinion. Not saying anybody else to do it. They've got these blinkers on, right? Now, they know only what they know. This helps ulcerative colitis. This helps ulcerative colitis. Maybe it's helped other people. It did not help me. Did not help me one bit. You know, it impacted me a lot financially, emotionally, you know what I mean? And it's just like, even to today, like I'm always thinking about, you know, like, where's the closest toilet? You know, I'm always thinking about that, you know what I mean? If I haven't gone in the morning, I'm uncomfortable. Like now, once I go in the morning, I'm okay for the rest of the day. So I'm normal, you know what I mean? But until that time happens, but anyway, let's go back to where I was. And sorry for too much information. And this is going to only be one cut. You know, I might pause it here and there, but it's only going to be one cut. And this is just raw, Risto Delicious on his journey, why he is who he is today. And I'm just, you know, I just tell it how it is for me. For me. Don't worry about anybody else. This is my journey, and this is what I experienced, and this is what's worked for me, and why I'm on 0 medications today. And I'll still take medication. If a doctor tells me, Steve, take this for a week, fine, I'm happy to do that. But if a doctor tells me you need to take this for the rest of your life, fuck you. That's what I say. I won't say fuck you. I respect doctors, but you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, okay? So, this was on and off. It happened a lot, okay? And what I realized was a big trigger point in this happening was stress. Okay, so my grandmother died. Within a month or 2, I got a flare-up, ulcerative colitis again. My dogs died. Another flare-up, ulcerative colitis again. And these are all different stages. Like, I don't know when or where, but it's a big trigger point. Stress is a big trigger point. Massive trigger point. You know what I mean? Like, if I've had any stress, when I say stress, like, everybody stresses here and there, but if it's continued stress, it plays on my mind, I get triggered. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure if that's ever going to change. But let's go back maybe or forward to when one of my best friends, Alastair Clement, rang me and said, have you heard of carnivore? I'm like, what's carnivore? He goes, do you like meat? I love meat. Okay, this is what we're doing, you know? And he's a big believer in things happen for a reason, in journeys. So at the same time, I got sick. One of the last few times I got sick, he started reading about carnivore. Okay, so from carnivore, we put myself on a meal plan. So at the beginning, all I was eating was beef and salt, and I think maybe lamb and salt, okay? So that was all I was doing. And slowly, we started introducing other foods, okay? We started introducing foods like chicken, eggs, maybe some potatoes. So slowly, I can't actually remember which foods started getting introduced, but I was getting grass-fed stuff. I was getting organic, hormone-free, really concentrating on the good quality whole foods, okay? And from then, I did start feeling a little bit better, okay? And I think within 3 months, I got better. And I started feeling better, and I started feeling normal again. And no medication. Zero medication. So this is why I feel I'm not anti-medicine, but I'm anti-medicine for the rest of your life. I don't believe in that stuff. You know what I mean? I do not believe in it, because I don't blame the doctors. That's what they know, okay? And I believe they do that for a reason. They think they know what's best. And by all means, it might work for other people, it might not. You know what I mean? And yeah, so we were doing that, and I got better. I got better within 3 months, okay? And I started introducing other stuff again, little bit by little bit, okay? So I'm not strict on what I eat outside. At home, I'm very, very strict. I try and eat everything with 0 preservatives, okay? So at home, I look at when I'm at the supermarket, if I'm buying anything, I've educated myself, or Alistair's helped me. I look at the ingredients. You have to look at the ingredients. Organic, great. You turn around, organic, but it's got this, it's got that, it's got this supplement, that supplement. Mate, they're fooling us. They're fooling us. This is like, I'm going to do a bit of an Eddie Abu spiel, okay? So they are fooling us, mate. They're there to make money. They're there to make money, you know what I mean? They are. It is what it is, you know what I mean? They're there to make money. So how it's led to me where I am today is at home, I try and eat grass-fed. I try and stay away from grain-fed, but I still eat grain-fed. Look, at the end of the day, grain-fed is better than McDonald's, right? Okay? I still eat some vegetables, but my base is meat because I believe meat is king, okay? Now, I understand everybody's got their theories about veganism and things like that. And if veganism works for you, great. You do it. But in my opinion, and from what I've seen, it's not sustainable. But that's just me and what I think. I might be wrong, but for me, meat has cured me. And yeah, and I believe we're here to eat meat. You know what I mean? God led us. I'm a Christian. I'm Orthodox. And God put us on this planet and he let us eat meat. Okay, so it is what it is. Could I kill an animal myself? I can't. No, I can't, but I can eat one. Okay, and that's what I guess most people are. But back to, I guess, Tammy's thing in terms for the do's and don'ts. Okay, so look, do I think I'm going to get a flare up again? Potentially, because stress is the biggest thing. Stress is the biggest thing. But what I try and do is make myself as robust as I can. So I was in Thailand for 2 months. So before that, I was trying to make myself as robust as I can. Eat grass-fed stuff. Eat clean, eat non-hormone stuff, eat clean veggies, go to the farmers markets, guys. Don't always trust the supermarkets because, they spray stuff on there. You go to the farmers markets, you talk to the farmer. He farms that stuff himself. He'll tell you what they do with those foods. Yes, they're a little bit more expensive, but you can't put a price on your health. You cannot put your price on your health. Trust me, it's coming from me. You know what I mean? Like, I pay overs. I do pay overs, but what can you do? You know what I mean? I had pizza on the weekend. It is what it is, but I'm not going to have pizza every day. Okay, so back to making yourself robust. Before you go away, or if you know you're going to be, like when I was away, it's hard to control what I eat. Okay, at home, I'm in a routine. I can control what I eat. So I'm eating all the no preservative stuff. I'm checking everything. Okay, I'm like at home, I cannot keep chips or chocolate at home because I'm weak. I'll eat them. Okay, I still eat chips and chocolate here and there, but I can't keep it at home because I'm a weak person. But I know I'm a weak person when it comes to that type of stuff, but I just don't leave it at home, okay? So I will just eat stuff that is good for you, whole foods, go to your farmers markets, read all your labels. Read the labels. They're tricking you guys. They're tricking you. You got to read the labels, you know what I mean? And just try and for me, meat is my base. It's easy to eat. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just trying to think what else I can say. This, like, again, I haven't paused this once. It's all just coming out, pardon the pun, Risto Delicious. It's all just coming out raw, my journey. Now, if anybody wants to have a private conversation with me, or just send me a DM and I'll just talk about my journey. This is what's helped me. I'm not saying for people to stop going to the doctors. You do what works for you. This is what's worked for me, and this is why I refuse to accept, okay, medication for the rest of my life. Okay, I refuse to accept it. And that put me on the journey where I'm not vaccinated, okay? Now, that's a whole nother story. Whoever got vaccinated is totally fine. I've got nothing against anybody that's got vaccinated, but I'm just glad I didn't, you know what I mean? Because in my opinion, the vaccination, I've got no data behind it. This is just my opinion of what I've seen or what I watch. The vaccination accelerates older underlying conditions. Now, if I got that, I feel my ulcerative colitis may have got worse. That's just a gut feel. I can't tell you yes or no, okay? But at the end of the day, it's just simple, guys. It's just simple. The do's and the don'ts, okay? Do not give up your whole life and just, I want to say do not give up. Live your life, okay? Live your life, but your diet is so, so important to you. Now, all you car buffs out there, this is a great analogy, okay? I think it's called analogy, whatever. All you car guys, right? If you've got nice cars, would you put shit petrol in your car? No, I'm not going to put shit petrol in my car. Okay, then why do you put shit foods in your body, okay? Now, our body is so nice or so good or so perfect or whatever you're supposed to call it, it can break down that shit stuff that goes through. It does break it down. It does. It does. But if you keep on feeding yourself shit every day, McDonald's, KFC, all that crap, okay? There's going to be a certain point where your body's not going to be able to handle that, okay? That's why people are getting fat. That's why people are getting heart conditions. Not cause of the meat, okay? Not cause of the meat. High fat meat is good for you. If you're on a high protein diet, you need those fats. You need that butter. What about when we were growing up? Eat margarine, eat sandwiches, eat this, eat that. Mate, eat more cereal. I remember life being at norm. Look how things have changed. Look how things have changed, you know? Like, it's crazy how... I was watching a South Park reel the other day. If you flip over that pyramid chart, that's the correct way, okay? Now, at the end of the day, I'm just going to leave you with this, guys. It's gone for 18 minutes. I've never done a speech in my life than 18 minutes, and I'm not reading off a script. I've probably left some stuff out that I should have put in, pardon the pun, but read your labels, eat fresh produce, eat grass-fed, stay away from, like, for example, for seafood, eat wild, farmed seafood. They feed it crap. They feed it crap, okay? Look, at the end of the day, farmed is cheaper, right? You're better off eating farmed than McDonald's, okay? Yes, I agree with that. You're better off eating farmed than McDonald's, but spend that extra few dollars. Eat that wild stuff, you know? Like, yes, spoil yourself sometimes. Eat some stuff that you enjoy, but you feel like shit the next day, you know? Like, it's all about unprocessed stuff. It's all about mental health. You know, like, we're not going to get away from stress. Things are going to happen. You know, like, things happen. You lose loved ones. Other things happen. Work happens. You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, your diet is such a big indicator on your health. Okay, so you must try and eat as healthy as you can. Okay, so, and again, I'm probably repeating myself. This has gone for 20 minutes. I'm probably going to wrap it up here. So I doubt anybody's watched this whole thing, but if you've enjoyed this, stick a like on there. If you've got any questions, comment below. I'll try and answer them. But this is Risto Delicious's journey, okay? So, like I said, no notes. It's just simple. No preservatives. No fucking vegetable oil, canola oil. That stuff is fucking crap. Butter. Butter is good. Coconut oil is good. Natural stuff. Meat, fruit, vegetables. That's it. That's all you got to eat. Add a bit of salt, add a bit of natural herbs, but just look at those labels, okay? And make sure the food is delicious. Delicious.